What is up, everybody? It's Brett at Conversational Pace. We're back in the studio, but we still have a ton to talk about from the running event over in Austin, Texas. We're talking about Adidas Terrex today. They have three pretty major new models coming out for the 2024 year, one of which we already know that Adidas kind of did their grand unveiling over in Chamonix for UTMB, and that is the Terrex Agravic Speed Ultra. This shoe was designed around winning Western states. Tom Evans, Ruth Croft, Emily Hawgood, many others had significant athlete feedback around Western states for the shoe. I have a feeling it's going to be good at more than just the Western States course, but is very much a Western States specific trail shoe or similar courses. The upper is kind of like a non-stretch, more plasticky feeling mesh that keeps the strength up and the weight down. It seems like it's going to drain really well, work great in hot conditions. It's simple in that it's not very padded. There's nothing very luxurious about it. The heel counter is, well, it's non-existent. There's no plastic heel counter. That had me a little bit worried, but you sit really deep into the foam. You know, there's massive kind of bucket seat design. So from a stability aspect, it seems like it's going to be pretty good. The midsole is full Light Strike Pro, which that's Adidas full-blown super foam. It's what we see in the Adios Pro 3. They did say that it is tuned ever so slightly firmer for the trails, which makes sense. It's split into two layers. In between are their energy rods, but they are not carbon like their super shoes. They are a TPE, which fancy for plastic material. They tested carbon. They kept breaking carbon. It was too stiff. It didn't have the flexibility they wanted. So they did what was correct and just used the right material. It was great. I got to see a cutout of it, and the rods aren't round. They're actually flatter. Have a nice amount of spring to it. Still allows for the shoe to bend a little bit. So it's going to maneuver with the trail a little bit better. And the shoe is also massively rockered. I slid one on my foot, and it's like potentially one of the most rockered trail shoes I've ever worn. So I'm really curious to see how that's going to feel in the long term. The outsole is 3mm Continental rubber lugs, but this is the lightest and thinnest base that they've ever been able to attach the lugs to. They've been working on this for a few years, and they had a little cutout piece of it. And feeling it, it felt about on par with the Vibram light base outsole. That really helped bring the weight of this shoe down. This shoe is sub 10 ounces in their sample size. It's, I don't know the exact weight in my size 10, but it is about an ounce lighter than the Nike Ultrafly. It's going to come in at $220. It's going to be available April 2024. Next, we have the Agravic Speed, which is kind of a slightly more tame model of the Speed Ultra. This was built off of the Adidas Boston last, so it's built off the same shape as the Boston. That was off of the recommendation of Tom Evans because he actually ran so much trail in the Boston because he liked that shoe so much. So this is almost kind of feeling like a Boston trail. It's mostly Light Strike Pro, but there is a rim of firmer kind of traditional Light Strike around the edge of the shoe just for extra protection, a little bit of added durability because it's going to keep the foam from packing outwards too much. So mostly Light Strike Pro, a little bit of Light Strike. There's no plates or rods in this shoe. It's a little bit lower stack than the Speed Ultra, and that one's going to be available May 2024. Did not get the price on that one. And the third model is the Agravic 3. So this is kind of their base trail model. It's going to be your kind of intro, dabbling into trail a little bit. It's got the smoothest outsole design pattern. It's all Light Strike foam, so definitely on the firmer side. Probably going to be one of those kind of classic Adidas shoes that's going to take a little bit of time to get going, so you're going to have to give it a chance. This shoe does have a TPU stability plate. It's between the midsole and the outsole, so it's in the position of your classic rock plate, and that was The idea behind it was just add a little bit of additional protection to the shoe because this is also the lowest stack height of the three new Terrex trail models. This one's going to be available in June 2024. So just to recap, the Agravic Speed Ultra, April 2024, the Agravic Speed in May 2024, and then the Agravic 3 in June 2024. I think Adidas Terrex is definitely on the right track in regards to getting their trail line of shoes pointed in the right direction. Let me know what you think of the 2024 Adidas Terrex trail lineup. Let me know in the comments which one are you going to be buying, which one seems like it's going to be the best for you, which one are you most concerned with. More to come from the running event 2023. See you in the next video.